I know that I did it for years. Every year on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day, I would tell myself, this year is going to be different. This year, I will, and then I would fill in the blank. The funny thing is, this year wasn't different, and this year I didn't. So, how do we overcome that? Well, that's our question today. Hi, I'm Paul with TrinityDigitalMedia.com, and I want to ask you how you overcome the "this year it will be different" syndrome. Well, first off, you might be wondering what I mean by "this year will be different." Well, basically, it's that every year you decide you are going to be different. You're going to do things differently. You're going to act differently. You're just going to embrace the new year in a different way. And the funny thing is, you might have good intentions. You might start, but you don't complete, right? So your church services are no different than they were last year or the year before or the year before. They're the same. That's the core subject of today's show, is creating church, creating creative church services. So how do you embrace change? How do you make things better? Not change for change's sake necessarily, but change for the sake of people. So let's embrace some stuff. Let's start and ponder some ideas about how we can make things better. So first off, I want you to look for opportunities to make things better. So maybe it's a holiday. Maybe it's a time when people expect things to be raised up a notch. Do it better then. Maybe it's incremental. Maybe you add just a little something special each week, just a little bit, and let it build on itself. Maybe it all starts in you, and you realize you really haven't spent as much time with the Lord as you really need to, and that's why things just seem dull and flat. Whatever it is, you need to decide what that is, but make it one thing. One. Just one. I don't want you to make a list of 10,000 things. You can make a list of, say, up to 12 and pick the most important one. Say, in order. Why don't we order those 12 things, 1 through 12, the most important to the least important, the things that we want to change. Now, January, what I want you to do is I want to concentrate on number 1. Only number 1. Nothing else, just number 1. Got it? Okay, let's make that a habit. Let's make it the default thing that you do every time. Just spend your January trying to make your number 1 goal happen. That's all. Just January. This isn't for the whole year. This is just for January. Can you do it for just January? And then in February, don't quit. In February, it's more of a habit. It's more of top of your mind. So just keep on doing it and add thing number 2. I think you see where I'm trying to go here. That we're going to start with thing 1, make that a habit. Then we're going to go to thing 2, make that a habit. Then we're going to go to thing 3. And I think that you'll find that doing that one each month until it's a habit, at the end of 2014, you'll find, wait, I do 12 remarkable things that I didn't think that I could do. So let's look back at my 2013. In 2013, I decided that I would record videos every week. Now I record 5 videos every week. This is just one of them. I decided that I was going to increase my Twitter followers, increase my social media integration, etc. And now I'm the number 9 Twitter user in my city, and I have more and more engagement every day. So building one thing on another slowly over time really does yield some significant impact. Now, I haven't accomplished all my goals, but I'm so much closer than I was when I started the year. So I can look back at the year and feel a sense of accomplishment that I actually did something. So that's what I want for you. And by the way, one quick tip. If it's something that you need to remember to do every day, set yourself an alarm, that's fine. But one thing that I've found that I do is if I attach it to something else, it's more likely to happen. So here's a simple, kind of silly example. I wanted to remove my coffee filter and grounds from my coffee pot after they'd cooled down, but before the next day. So I'd already had my coffee. How was I going to remember to do it? Well, as I take my coffee cup down from my office to the kitchen, I put the coffee cup beside the coffee maker, and that is my signal in my brain to do just that, to take the coffee grounds and the filter out and throw them away. It's a silly little thing, but I do it most times because I've put those two things together, one right next to the other, and in my mind that's where they're filed together. So as you're accomplishing your goals, as you're doing that, that might be one trick to help you remember to do the thing that you want to do every day. Anchor it with something that you already do. And that's how we'll go out and change eternity. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about all my goals for 2014 on eternity changers, because that's really what the goals are for, is to change lives and eternities. And I'm really excited that that's what I get to do. That's how I spend my life, changing lives and eternities. And I hope you'll join me. Welcome to all of you that are watching on the Roku box. Welcome to everyone that's watching on YouTube later or live on the stream. We can do this together. Will you join me? Until tomorrow.